When the boys turn a certain age, the men come and get him and take him away from the mother because she can emotionally manipulate him. But since we don't live in our culture no more, we say what we want to say, do what we want to say. We tear our men down and then wonder why they don't make good husbands and fathers. Mothers destroy sons. His mother can speak to him in certain ways that destroy him in ways that can never be repaired.
This video has been gone viral quite a few times, talk about the woman explaining how, exactly what men, especially fathers, should be the ones exclusively raising their sons to be men. Because what she said, that mothers destroy sons. It sounds harsh, but for a woman like her to explain it in such very harsh, graphic detail, it's the truth. There's single moms thinking they can raise their sons better than any man. No, you can't. There's some things that you could show him and make him understand that men can't. The one thing that you can't do is teach us how to think logically, because I'm sorry to all the women, a majority of you can't. It'll let your decisions be based on emotions, how I feel this day. What a father, he's 90 to 99% go by his logic, his reasoning, his common sense, his experience with dealing with the world out there. But like I said, the best example I saw, let's say in Japan. Like I'm not going to the whole thing. I Googled or I asked what country takes young boys raising to be men. Japan is one of the things that popped up. And when I looked at the list it had, I'm like, yeah, I can see why. I'd be real quick about this. Like talk about how Japan's a country with rich cultural heritage, has a tradition of instilling values, shaping young boys into responsible men. And here's some of the things they have. Education and discipline. So basically, I had to go there with the young boys in Japan. The schooling make ours look like a joke. When it comes to schooling, by the time a high schooler is finished in Japan, he has so much academic, learns so much academically, it's equivalent to like a college student who is like in his 34th, year. These people in Japan are not kidding when it comes to education. It's the biggest thing, most important thing to them. Even it's like, simple, like, working machine. Education is key. Simple as that. Another thing, cultural practices. Bushido. Basically, it's like a samurai code of conduct. It basically emphasizes loyalty, honor, and courage. Then they got one called, I think it's called Senjin no Hai. Coming of age day. This is a national holiday. Young men who turn 20 celebrate their transition to adulthood. It's a significant milestone symbolizing responsibility and civic duty. Just to name a few, I'll probably add this one of many hyperlinks in there. Like, it's very impressive, but it's not just Japan, though. The Maasai people do the same thing. They got a lot of tasks for young boys to accomplish to be considered men. Let me see. In Judea, they got something called bar mitzvah, and the boys do certain things that would be considered men. It's not like you be 5 years old, you go from bar mitzvah and then boom, you're men. You gotta do certain things at a certain age. This is just one of many things. Bottom line though, that the biggest things that's stopping the fathers from raising boys to be responsible men is, not much is gonna ruffle some feathers, are the mothers. They want to baby the boys to death, and that's a no-no. I tell the mothers right now, believe me, you don't want to coddle your sons to death. You don't want to baby them to death, because in the real world, it's violent, it's nasty, and you got to have your sons be as prepared as can be. Because as bad, as dangerous men are, there's some women who will make Delilah and Jezebel look like Girl Scouts. So if you want your sons to survive in this nasty world out there, you got to get them prepared. But the most qualified person for that, and I know you don't want to hear that, are the fathers. I mean, the good, willing fathers who are willing to step up and to help raise the sons. Maybe the biological fathers or stepfathers. Simple as that. It might come down maybe to uncles, cousins, and grandfathers as well. But bottom line, you got to let the men, the fathers, raise the boys to be responsible men. You raise responsible men, they might pick more responsible women. To pick responsible women, then these crazy, insane 304s and toxic males, their numbers will eventually shrink and disappear. Hey, I said what I said. Peace.